So in the philosophy, spirituality, and meaning segment, you start with Viktor Frankl. Why do you start with Viktor Frankl?
Well, that was a hugely important book for me, Man's Search for Meaning, which I must have read 3 or 4 times. And there's a new book that's come out called Yes to Life, which I've got in my computer, but I haven't actually read it yet. So it's sort of on my pending list. And I think if you use your imagination when you're reading this book about his account of Auschwitz and how he got through it existentially, and quoting Nietzsche, "What does not kill me makes me stronger," and just imagining yourself surviving and getting through that awful experience of human cruelty and indifference, and the centrality of love for his wife. That's really what got him through. And so this whole question of meaning has been something which has been a leitmotif throughout my whole life, if you like. And I'd just like to relate something to this Auschwitz, which was a visit I took to Buchenwald. And this was this concentration camp outside Weimar. And so I spent the morning looking at Goethe's house. Goethe, I'm a great admirer of Goethe and Goethe's poetry and his other philosophical writings. And in the afternoon, I went to Buchenwald. And in it, I found some barbed wire, and I took some barbed wire with me and a nail, which sort of represented symbolically this. And I went into the area next to the incinerator. And in a small room, I thought to myself, I wonder if anybody who was here in the 1940s left any messages. And so I knelt down and had a look, and I found one. And it was just in points. It must have been a drawing pin or a stone or something sharp. And it just had 3 words in French. It said, croire, espérer, prier. To believe, to hope, to pray. And I was so moved by this, as you can imagine. And a man came in just at that moment, and I said, come and have a look at this. It says, croire, espérer, prier. And he said, ach ja, glauben, hoffen, beten, which of course is the German equivalent, which sort of started me out of my contemplation there. But I realized this extreme of suffering that some people were put through. And you get this sense in Poland, particularly because Poland been invaded so many times, invaded in the First World War, invaded in the Second World War, and people's lives were just completely taken away from them. And you have to be grateful if that hasn't happened to you. And so you've got this comparison yardstick of the most awful things that humans can do to each other. And yet, it's still possible to transmute that into suffering, into love and compassion.